One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The Anxiety Guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the Anxiety Guy.
Warriors, welcome to episode number 228. You're listening to the Anxiety Guy podcast, and I'm your host, Dennis Simsek. Before I get into this important podcast episode, make sure you understand that this episode is brought to you by 29 Days of the Anxiety Guy that's currently going on YouTube. Do me a favor. Head on over to YouTube, get caught up in 29 Days of the Anxiety Guy, and share one of those videos with someone who needs it or an anxiety support group. It would mean the world to me if you could just share and inspire a warrior that needs it. Thank you so very much. Now, warriors, this episode is brought to you by my recent walks in nature. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I take at least one walk every single day in a naturistic environment. And I'm always scanning, and I'm always learning, and I'm always trying to understand the laws of nature better so that we can apply them into our physical reality. I want to get into the 5 naturistic lessons that can heal anxiety starting today. And I know these are going to speak to you if you're just open to them. Number 1 is related to water. When I think about water, I think about the water flowing down a creek, and it doesn't stop when it arrives at a rock. It gently flows over and around the rock, just as we must learn to do with our own inner and outer challenges. This may sound a little bit on the stoic side of things, but it's important. It's important not to be dragged into fear, and it's also important not to be dragged into excitement. Since when we get excited, we're always looking for that next thing to excite us. Sometimes it's junk food, sometimes it's a horror flick, sometimes it's something else, but no matter what, we can't be dragged into these two worlds. We have to be conscious, we have to be aware, and we have to enjoy a pleasant life where we are clear in our thinking and we are neutral to pleasant in our emotional states. This is the lesson that water provides us. Then comes rock. The rock is solid and secure in what it is. It doesn't alter itself in any way when challenges present itself, as we must also do while shaping our own identities. Nothing and no one must get in the way of what we believe we deserve and what our true loving personalities are. A rock is solid. A rock is unswayed, just like you must be with your new identity. No one must affect it. You mustn't be pulled into other people's opinions and other people's energies. You must be solid, knowing that what you're doing for yourself and who you're becoming is right, even though all the other sheep in the world are trying to pull you into their world of pain and suffering. Stay strong. Stay as the rock. Then comes the trees. The tree effortlessly stands tall no matter what. It may lose its branches and its leaves may change color, but the tree as a whole embraces change. We must also be like the tree, welcoming the new chapters in our lives, being open to different experiences, and allowing the process of personal growth to be natural and not forceful. Then comes the fallen leaves. The fallen leaves on a tree branch don't look to get back on the tree. They lay, and they get tossed by the wind here and there, faithfully allowing nature to guide it. Here we learn to trust in the process of change and grow our faith in what we can't see. Just as the fallen leaves can't see the wind, we can't see God. And yet, we must be willing to surrender to an unknown future and be willing to accept that we don't need all the answers right now. And finally, we come to the path. The path in nature that people walk on doesn't judge who walks on it. It allows all sorts of different people at different ages in their lives with different chapters in their lives to walk the path. Here we learn to be more open to things we weren't always open to. People's advice, different types of relationships, creative choices we never considered. To be open to life means to have a fruitful existence and not one that is lived comfortably within discomfort. Warriors, I want you to do something for me. I want you to spend some time in nature this week and just be open to learning from nature. Look at the water. Notice how it flows through its challenges. Look at the rock. Notice how solid the rock is. Look at the tree and notice how it effortlessly stands no matter what. Notice the fallen leaves. Notice how faithful the fallen leaves are in terms of the wind dragging it from here to there. Notice the path you walk on and how unjudgmental and open that path is to you. Warrior, if you have any other questions on any of my programs, head on over to theanxietyguy.com today. Begin your healing, and remember that you are more than anxiety. I'll see you in the next podcast episode. Love you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.